Okay.
Okay, so good afternoon, students. Today and now we are going to talk about a grammar that is about verb plus infinitives or ing. So first, let's see an example with verbs plus infinitive. So the first thing that we have to take into account in this sentence is that in this sentence, we can see two verbs. So let's analyze this sentence. First, we have the subject, that is he, and then we have could not, in this case is an auxiliary, and then we have the first verb, that is effort. Then we have the second verb of the sentence, that in this case is it is in infinitive form, that is to make. And then we have the complement of the sentence, that is his dream a reality. So let me share with you, sorry for the sound. So let me share with you some flashcards in order to see which verbs are followed by infinitives. Okay, so can you see the flashcards? Let me know, please. Okay, so here we have the first flashcard about verbs followed by infinitives. So let's see. Vanessa, could you help me reading this information, please?
Yes, of course. Verb plus infinity. We use the infinity after the following verbs: can and can't. Afford, agree, allow, arrange, ask, begin, choose, continue, decide, expect, fail, help, hope, intend, learn, manage, need, offer, plan, pretend, promise, refuse, seem, start, threaten, want, will like, will love, and will prefer.
Okay, thank you so much, Fanny. So the thing that we have to take into account is that when you see a verb, the first verb is one of these, then the second verb is going to be in an infinitive form, okay? So please, maybe Brian, could you give me an example of a sentence using a verb plus another verb in infinitive form?
A verb plus infinitive form, for example, can love.
Okay, well, maybe you can follow this example, like here, he could not effort to make his dream a reality. Okay, as I explained you, first we have the subject, then we have the first verb, and then we have the verb with infinitive. So maybe you have an example, Brian?
Okay. He could not explain this sentence.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Okay, so now let's see about verb plus subject and plus infinitive. So let's see this example. He asked a neighbor to lend him a few $1 million. So let's analyze this sentence. First, we have the subject of the sentence. In this case is he. Then we have the first verb. In this case is asked. Then we have the object, that is a neighbor. And then we have the second verb in an infinitive form. And then we have the complement that is him a few $1 million. So as you can see also here we have two verbs. The first one asked and the second one is in an infinitive form. And now I am going to share also with you another flashcard related with the verbs that are followed by an object and plus infinitive. So let's see. Okay, verbs followed by an object plus infinitive. Okay, so we use an object plus infinitive as after ask, get, help, need, and tell. So maybe, Odalis, can you make a sentence using this structure? First, we have to put the subject, then one verb, then an object, and then we have to complement with a verb plus infinitive form. So could you make an example, please? Odalis?
Yes. She could not humble to go to the party because the parents and they don't not give her permission.
Okay, remember to put an object into between the two verbs, please. Okay, so let's continue talking about okay, now let's talk about verb plus object plus the base form of the verb. So here we have also an example of one sentence that says, the financial crisis of 2008 made people feel nervous about investing. So let's analyze this sentence. And first we have the subject of the sentence. So in this case is the financial crisis of 2008. Then we have the first verb of the sentence that is made. Then we have the object of the sentence that is, in this case, is people. And then we have the second verb of the sentence, but in this case is in the base form of the verb. And then obviously we have the complement of the sentence. So now again, I am going to share with you another flashcard with some verbs that are followed by object and the base form of the verb. So let me share. Okay, so verbs followed by an object plus base form of the verb. Can you see the flashcards?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so thank you. Okay, so here we use an object plus the base form of the verb after the verbs help, let, and make. So maybe, Maria, could you help me making a sentence using this structure? Okay, no. Maybe Lisbeth Valencia, could you help me?
One minute, teacher.
Okay, sorry. Maybe Amelia, could you help me with that?
Maybe she helped to make the prepared cookie.
Okay, well, remember that we have to put an object between the two verbs in order to put the other verb in the base form. Okay, and finally, let's talk about verbs followed by ing. So let me share. Okay, so according to the verbs followed by another verb in ing, we have this sentence as example. That is, it says, Sheikh Rashid imagined building a getaway to the world. So first we have the subject of the sentence, that is Sheikh Rashid. Then we have the first verb of the sentence, that is imagine. And then we have the second verb in ing, that is, in this case is building. And then we have the complement, that is a getaway to the world. So now I am going to share also another flashcard with the verbs that are followed by ing. Okay, let's see. Here we have a long list for verbs that are followed by ing. So we use the ing form after the following verbs, like adore, avoid, begin, can help, can stand, consider, continue, describe, enjoy, finish, imagine, involve, keep, mention, don't mind, miss, practice, recommend, risk, spend time or money, start, and suggest. And also we have to take into account that when you see a phrasal verb, you also need to put the other verb in an ing form. So maybe Marjorie, could you help me making a sentence that use a verb followed by another in ing form, please?
One example.
Yeah, make a sentence, please.
She decided to go in the supermarket.
Okay, well, remember that we are seeing a verb plus another verb in ing. So in your example, maybe you have to put the other one in the ing form, not in infinitive. Okay, so now it's time to practice a little bit about this. So let me share with you these flashcards in order that you have some help in order to learn which verbs are followed by ing and which ones are followed by verbs in infinitive form. Okay. Let me know if it opened. And now I am going to share also an activity to practice a little bit. Okay. Wait a moment, please. Okay, so here we have an activity that it is going about to complete from the correct form of the verbs. It could be in ing form or in an infinitive form. So I am going to share also the link in order that you have to do that also. So I am going to ask some students in order to have the answer of this exercise. So maybe first, Vanessa, could you help me with the first sentence, please?
Yes. So give me 1 second, please.
Okay.
I can't open the link. Wait a minute, please.
Okay, also I am sharing the screen if you want to read.
I can read a little letters. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, number 1, the population of Dubai grew from 500,000 in 1990 to 1.5 million in 2008 and has kept on growing to this day.
Yes, excellent. So let's remember, when you have a phrasal verb, you have to put the other verb in a ing form. So excellent. Thank you so much, Vane.
Thank you, teacher.
Then we have the second sentence. Could you help me maybe, Alex?
Okay, 2. Sheikh Al-Mortin decided making Dubai the region's most important financial center.
Okay, well,
Making.
in this case, the verb has to be in an infinitive form. Why? Because as you can see, decided is a verb that needs to be followed by another with an infinitive form. So in this case is to make. Okay. And Nicole, could you help me with the number 3, please?
Tracking the foreign brands and companies involved to reduce tax for companies and individuals.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's see. Okay, maybe Karen Alvarez, could you help me with number 4?
Yes, teacher. The expansion of Dubai International Airport has allowed it become the third busiest international airport in the world.
Okay, so which one is the answer?
I don't know. Become.
Okay, so let's remember. Okay, so allowed is a verb that it needs to be followed by another verb with the infinitive form. And also in this case, we have a subject in the sentence. So we have to put first it, and then we have the verb in an infinitive form. Okay, so the answer is it to become. Okay, number 5. Please, Camila, could you help me?
Yes, teacher. By plating this year, the city planners have managed to create many green space.
Okay, that's right. That's the correct answer, to create. Why? Because we have the verb manage that is followed by another verb in an infinitive form. And also let's remember this number is 10,000, okay? And the last sentence, please, maybe Karen Maisa, could you help me with the answer of the sentence number 6?
Yes, teacher. Take Dubai authorities let its police driving cars like Lamborghini and Ferraris, so they can stop other supercars. They are spending.
Okay, speeding. Okay, so let's see this sentence. Here we have the first verb that in this case is let. So then we have to put the subject that in this case is it's police. And as we know, let is followed by another verb, but in the base form. So in this case, we maintain the verb as drive. So the answer is it's police drive. And so let's check if the exercise is correct. Okay, so in this case, it's not correct. The correct answer is going to be reducing, okay? And that's all, students. Thank you so much for your participation and your help. I hope you learned something more. Thank you so much.
Excellent, Eve.
Thank you.
Okay.